verse 18, Ulladhu Naarpadhu, 40 verses on reality given to us by Sri Ramana Maharshi. உலகு உண்மையாகும் உணர்வில்லார்க்கு உள்ளார்க்கு உலகளவாம் உண்மை உணரார்க்கு உலகளவாம் உண்மை உணரார்க்கு உலகினுக்கு ஆதாரமாய் உருகற்று ஆறும் உணர்ந்தார் உண்மை. In the previous verse, Sri Bhagavan spoke about body. He said, for an unenlightened person, his experience is limited to this body. Similarly, now he is talking about the world. உலகு உண்மையாகும் உணர்வில்லார்க்கு உள்ளார்க்கு. For both the ஞானி and அஞ்ஞானி, the enlightened and the unenlightened, the world is true. உலகு உண்மையாகும் உணர்வில்லார்க்கு உள்ளார்க்கு உலகளவாம் உண்மை உணரார்க்கு. Only to the extent of the world one's experience is limited if he is an unenlightened person. Beyond the world, physical world, he does not see or experience anything. உலகினுக்கு ஆதாரமாய் உருவற்று ஆறும் உணர்ந்தார் உண்மை. As the basis of this world, there will shine forth formlessly the experience of a jnani. The experience of a jnani, in other words, will shine forth as formless oneness. உலகினுக்கு ஆதாரமாய் உருவற்று ஆறும். Without form it will shine forth. See, in Vedanta they use this example of snake and rope often. In twilight, between daylight and night, when we walk on the road, we sometimes get to see a rope looking like a snake. But if we go closely and look at it, we'll come to know that it is not a snake, it is only rope. The same way for a jnani, for an enlightened person, the snake is not seen at all. Here the snake means the entire universe, including the body, mind. Nothing is experienced for a jnani. Only rope is there. What is rope? Brahman. So, we cannot say simply because the rope appeared as a snake, appeared to be a snake, we cannot say that earlier there was snake, when I looked closely, it disappeared. Not that. Because what always exists, what permanently exists is only the rope, Brahman. So this is the power of Maya. Of course, for us, what is real is this body, this camera, this room, this universe. Yes, as soon as we wake up in the morning, we need to think about our daily activities. We go about our routine, we go about our work and personal life, family life, etc. So what we need to understand very patiently is that if we are really seeking jnanam, enlightenment, then we need to understand what is it that a jnani is saying. Because it is something experiential for them. Of course, we need to admit that this is all due to the power of Maya and what is called Chit Jada Granthi, the knot, K-N-O-T, knot between the inert and the self. The self is Brahman, which is formless, which is infinite, which is limitless. But there takes place a knot, a tie between the body and the self, between matter and non-matter, between spirit and matter. Otherwise you cannot create this mechanism of delusion that I am the body. Somehow if we accept it, there is a way to get out of it. There is a way to snap. There is a way to cut asunder this knot of Chit and Jada, the inert and the life. There seems to be a knot. Okay, a jnani would say there is no knot at all at one level. The standpoint always differs. When we speak from the standpoint of a sadhaka, a practitioner, then we need to admit, yes, there is Chittad Granthi. But a jnani would say, First of all, there is no body at all. There is no universe at all. Where is the question of Chitjada Granthi? So let us not get carried away. Let us be very neutral and very realistic in our approach. Self-realization in spite of Chitjada Granthi is possible because if you do Vicharam, Sri Bhagavan says, if you do Vicharam or if you follow the path of yogic path of breath control and meditation, both the Jnani and the Yogi end up achieving the same result, that of sending the Kundalini power up the Sushumna. So, and they end up achieving the same result, he says, that of severing, cutting the Chitjada Granthi. Right. So, I explain this because when we speak about snake and rope, if what is always real is only rope, then why does it appear like a snake? Here we need to explain that it is because of the power of Maya. It veils reality. Although what always exists is Brahman only, we do experience the whole world, the body, the mind, the world and the universe we are experiencing, right? If we want Jnanam, we need to do Vicharam, Atma Vicharam or self-inquiry. Then this Chitjada Granthi will get cut asunder. It will cut into pieces. It will snap. Then realization takes place. This is what I am given to understand. So he says for both the Jnani and the Ajnani, for both the enlightened person and unenlightened person, the world is real. For the unenlightened person, the world is only real. His experience and knowledge is only limited to that of the world. He sees only the world as real and nothing more. But for a Jnani, when he realizes his true nature, the entire existence will shine forth formlessly as one infinite thing called Atman or Brahman. There are several examples given in Shastra to illustrate this, that the false appears as real. As we have already discussed, one is clay and pot. Only clay exists. The pots are only name, form and function. You can make a plate or vessel out of the clay, but what is real always is only the clay, because you can reduce all of them back to clay. Then gold and ornaments example. There are 10 ornaments made out of gold. If you melt all of them, what remains is only gold. Then ocean and waves. Although waves seem to have independent existence, they really don't. Because what are they made up of? Water, ocean. And even in Atma Bodham, written by Shankara, Adi Shankaracharya, he has given 5 examples. He says all this universe is like dream objects. See, when we in our dream we see people, we objects, but when we wake up, what do we see? Are they still there? Supposing you saw a wonderful car in your dream. When you wake up, is it parked outside your house? No. So they are all mental imagination. The same way for a Jnani, it is said that the whole universe is nothing but dream objects. They don't exist at all. And then he gives the example of mother of pearl. When you walk on the beach, when you look at a mother of pearl from a distance, it looks like silver. You might get deluded. Oh, there is a silver coin lying there. Somebody left it. You go near and see, what you see is only mother of pearl. And the third example he gives is in a water tub. Sometimes we do get to see water bubbles, air bubbles emanating from the bottom of the water tub. The same way he says the entire universe appears like water bubbles in Brahman, and they subside back into Brahman, which means the world or the universe doesn't have independent existence at all. What is true, what is real always is only Brahman. Where is it? inside you and me, and outside me and you. It extends and pervades the entire universe and yet remains untouched. And then again, here Shankara talks about like how the sun seems to have been removed or obscured by clouds. Our knowledge of our own true nature is obscured by the cloud of body identification, thoughts. Simply put, thoughts, memories, desires, our own emotions, all of them form one thick veil and they hide reality from us. Again, one more example Shankara gives. Like water is pure. In its original nature, water doesn't have any property at all, it is said. But when it is mixed with a particular soil, it acquires either the sweet taste or sour taste, or it acquires red color or some other color depending upon the soil with which it is mixed. Same way, Atma, Nirguna Atma, Atma without attributes, gets mixed up with this Upadhi. Upadhi is this add-on, something added on to something else. This is Upadhi. So that Nirgunam without attributes, that Brahman, once it gets tied with this Upadhi, this object, then it seems to have acquired the quality of this Upadhi. Then I end up thinking, I am Sentivel, I am not Brahman. This is the delusion making mechanism. Very intelligent mechanism. It traps us. For how many lifetimes? Sri Bhagavan says, n number of lifetimes. Unless you realize your true nature, unless all the vasanas or memories of previous lifetimes and in this lifetime are burnt or they are subdued, we will not be liberated. And once we are liberated, there is no more birth, no more death, and you are in an eternal state of bliss forever. There is no question of space, as already we saw. There is no question of time. You alone exist forever in formless nature, full of bliss. There are no thoughts there. That is how Sri Bhagavan describes the ultimate state. There are no thoughts. You are in a state of bliss. That is what is called Brahman nature. That is available to you 24/7 for you and me all the time. All we need to do is we need to stop thinking that I am the body alone. Sri Bhagavan says, I am this body, mind and all else. What is that all else? Let us think about it.